Good evening, guys. All right, and welcome to my first ever live stream. Um, it might yet be the last. Let's see how it goes. But talking straight to a camera out in public isn't really my forte. Although I guess I'm not actually on camera, am I? So maybe that's all right. In any case, much more comfortable in a studio or on a stage with lights blinding me so I can't actually see anyone. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Firstly, I hope everyone had a good Christmas. That's been and gone now. That went quick. This stretch between Christmas and New Year always feels a bit strange, right? You're not properly working, you're not fully switched off, you're already kind of half thinking about what next year's going to look like. So, bit of an in-between period. I took the opportunity, as you can see here, to head down to Dubai for a couple of days, seeing friends. As many of you know, I'm kind of currently splitting my time between Abu Dhabi and London, but headed down to the bright lights of Dubai for the weekend and ended up here around Dubai Mall tonight. Yeah, there's some fountains. The fountains are there, the Burj Khalifa's behind them, and as you can see from all the people around, it's a constant flow. Tourists, families, people filming everything, so maybe this is a good place to fit in with everyone else on their phones and cameras, and I can do the same and not look too out of place. The weather's perfect right now. It's been such a nice day, like winter sun. You can stand outside without melting. It's not that hot, and it really helps you think. But that said, I'm gonna head inside, so we'll head over to the mall direction. So if it sounds a bit noisy, that's why. Right? There's so many people around. So, live stream, yeah. Why have I gone live? And what am I going to say? Well, the honest reason is that it's a bit of a mix between curiosity and pressure, or peer pressure to be precise, from my kids. They've been telling me for days, Dad, you need to go live. That's how TikTok works. Apparently, if you don't go live, you're doing it all wrong. So, yeah, this is me succumbing to them, giving in. The other reason is that I've been trying to understand what's happened on the platform. So over the past few days, I've increased the amounts of short videos that I've been putting out, and actually they've done better than I expected them to. There was a few thousand views on a couple of them. Nothing mad, but enough to make you think, okay, at least someone is watching. But then this morning I posted one and it got absolutely nothing, actually 0 views, like it never existed. It's not the 0 views that's interesting, that happens, I guess, it's contrast. But I did what other people do, you go onto Google and why has my video got 0 views? And I read all sort of things, some sensible, some completely contradictory. Something about warming accounts up, showing you're human, and actually going live can help unlock that, something in the background of the system. I don't know how much of that's true. I'm not pretending I've cracked anything. But, I did go from barely using TikTok at all to using it quite heavily in a very short period of time. So maybe from the platform's point of view, that might look a bit odd. Part of this kind of live thing is just me showing up, being visible, making it clear that, there is an actual person, Grant Morris, behind the account. It's not all fun videos of me wrestling. By the way, I got in big trouble about that video from both the children and my wife. They were not happy. And then another part of the live stream is really just to be able to talk things through a little bit. Because, yeah, the real reason I've been more active recently isn't actually TikTok at all. It's music, right? I've been making some new music. And there's a story to that. Right. Let's go back out here. I had a holiday recently, and when I came back, I had a couple of days extra off at home. And that really gave some headspace to get back into some older songs that I'd had sitting around half finished for a really long time. The first one I finished properly was a track called Living on the Edge of a Breakdown. Really like it. It's a catchy little pop punk number, big singable chorus, quite direct, not very refined or groundbreaking, but it's pretty catchy. And it ended up doing a few thousand streams on Spotify. Picked up a bit of radio play, like a couple of little independent radio stations, which was a nice surprise, unexpected, and possibly my mum, bless her's, proudest moment of my 43 years. But then that kind of stirred something, I guess, inside. Maybe a moment where I thought, right, you've done this now, let's move on to the next one and get things moving again. And really, that was the catalyst. Things started opening up. I finished the opener, which was the second song we released. Then Our Skyline, which probably feels appropriate given where we're filming from. Like, lots of big skyscrapers here, and it's always a bit romantic to me, looking at the lit up buildings at night. And then the other song was I'm Done. So there's 4 that we've released so far from this kind of new batch. Individually all very different, but they are part of a wider project, I guess, like this wider idea. That idea is a project called A Night on the Town, which is the album, I suppose, that like the long play album that wraps up all these songs into a narrative, a story. It's a concept album at heart, about exactly what it is called, A Night on the Town, a night out, and about how events unfold, how small moments spiral, like shape our lives, and how those moments end up really impacting your life in ways that you don't expect. And the songs kind of move through that arc: anticipation, chaos, confidence, regret, some clarity at times. All the stuff that kind of turns up when you stay out on a night too long and probably drink too much. So that's the wider project. Up until now, I've kind of been putting out the songs without any huge amount of planning, no strict order, no strategy, just kind of like, oh, I finished that one, let's put it out, let them go. That's been freeing, I suppose. I haven't had to think about that too much, but I'm probably need to be a bit more deliberate moving forward. I think at the moment we've got 6 or 7 more tracks fully finished, or very close to being fully finished and ready to go, and another 16 or 17 in various states of production. So got quite a nice cachet of songs ready to go. It's just now, like, how quickly do we want to dump them all out and like get them forgotten and never heard? So something to think about. And that kind of brings me on to the next one. I'm really excited about what's coming next. On the 9th of January, I've lined up the release of a song called Comes in Threes. It's a song about that moment when you realise that the relationships that you have and your connection with a person isn't fine anymore. Not because it's like one big dramatic thing that happens, but because the warning signs of life all start stacking up against you, and then you kind of come to this realization. You can explain the first one away, you tolerate the second thing, but then, the third thing happens. You really don't pretend, or you can't pretend that you didn't see it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I like that one. It's got a big chorus as well. It's a bit heavier and darker, I suppose, than some of the other songs that I've released recently, but actually it's a pretty simple song at heart. I think it's 4 chords or maybe 5 throughout the whole song. It's pretty simple, but really like it. My boys like it as well. They say that's their favourite. So keep an eye out for that one. 9th of January, that's coming out. Looking ahead, we are at the end of December now, right? And we're moving into the new year and into 2026. And for me, that's about looking to maybe build something steady, like not chasing spikes or trends. Like, I'm too old for any grand ambitions to go out and have a big career out of music, but the fact that I can put out music consistently, improving my craft and understanding of things, and letting things grow at a pace that is natural and makes sense, or not, as it were. If nothing ever grows, and yeah, sure, ideally I'd like people to listen to the music that I'm putting out, but if not, then so be it. Like, fine. It's not going to change my approach to music or what I'm doing, I guess. It would be nice to be heard, nice to have some recognition, however small. But yeah, there's no grand ambition here to become the next Ed Sheeran or go out on a world tour. Like, I'm not at that stage. I think actually probably a bigger reason for this recent spike of creativity and trying to get stuff out is kind of tied up with the family and my children. Like, my two boys, they're 14 and 11, and the elder son plays guitar, the younger son plays piano, and Zach, the older son's been helping me with both the production and the content side of things as well, kind of filming little bits here and there, editing, pushing videos out onto Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I don't really do any of that stuff. It's all from him. But what I really wanted to do was to get them interested in the making side of music, the production, the engineering, problem solving. Like, how do you get over these little quirks of all the things you have to deal with when making a song? Understanding how things are built, like not just consumed, but actually built from the ground up, line by line, and how things are made, when in things being, this case, music. Still, like, if it sparks even a bit of curiosity about like creating something instead of just scrolling through TikTok, like that he does most of the time, like, or at least it feels like it, then maybe that will be a worthwhile cause, and all of this kind of effort in making songs and putting them out there will have been worth something. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, end of the year, winter sun over in the UAE, a bit of creative momentum, testing the waters on new music here and there, and seeing what comes next. But tonight, it's about that skyline in the background, which was part of the inspiration for one of the songs, Our Skyline. It's kind of magical to me. If you are watching or dropping in, thanks for being here. Cheers. I'll sign off there.